And that is your Rotel Dip. Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook. Are you getting ready for the big game? Well, if you are, you probably want an appetizer that's really easy to put together, saves you some time when you're hosting, but at the same time delivers an amazing flavorful punch, and that is Rotel Dip. I'm going to show you how I make Rotel Dip up next on This Is How I Cook. Before we get into these ingredients, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. It really does help my growing channel. Rotel Dip is one of the easiest things to make. It only takes 3 ingredients. We're going to start off with a can of Rotel tomatoes. You can use whatever version of this that you like. I'll sometimes make this with chunky Rotel, but this is just the original Rotel. We've got a pack of Velveeta cheese, and we've got a tube of Jimmy Dean sausage. Some people make this with ground beef, not as flavorful. Some people probably would make this with ground chicken, not as flavorful. They may even make this with ground turkey, not as flavorful. Sausage, that's the trick to a great Rotel Dip. So we want to start by adding our sausage, and we want to get this to brown. And what I want to do here, as I brown this ground pork sausage, I just want to break it up. Now keep in mind that we're making a dip, so we want to break up the sausage. Imagine having a piece of sausage on a chip, so get it broken up down to the size that you think would make sense for the type of chips that you're going to serve with your dip. Next, we're going to add in our Rotel tomatoes, juice and all. We don't want to drop any of that off, because all we want to do at this point is just gently warm up these tomatoes, because our sausage is already cooked. Our last step is adding in our Velveeta cheese. This is an 8-ounce block. And just keep working your dip to make sure that those larger chunks of cheese get nice and incorporated and melted. And that is your Rotel Dip. Some of that nice cheese sauce. So before I dig into this Rotel Dip, let me tell you why this is special to me as a recipe. My father passed away in 2022, and that's one of the reasons I took a little bit of a break from making videos. And one of the very first recipes that I remember him making in the kitchen for the family on a Friday night or a Saturday evening was Rotel Dip. He did it in his own way, but this recipe is very much inspired by his memory. And I thank you guys for sharing this recipe and this time and moment with me while I remember my father. There'll be a number of recipes that I do going forward that will pay respect to him and his memory. And I hope you guys enjoy his version of Rotel Dip with my twist on it. My nephews, Corian and Case, your uncle's about to have a bite. So let's start here with the chip. And let's take our container here with our dip. This one's mine, so I can do that. If you make this for people, let's practice some etiquette and not double dip. Let's get a little bit of this queso and sausage and peppers and tomatoes on my chip here. Oh. Every time I eat this, I'm amazed at how simple, but how flavorful it is. You've got a little bit of spice and acidity from the tomatoes. You've also got some wonderful notes of sage and other spices from the pork sausage. And lastly, you got this creaminess, this creamy goodness from the Velveeta cheese. Hold on, let me get one more bite. With this, you're gonna knock people's socks off at your big game party. Once again, guys, I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications on the way out. It's how you can say thank you for the content. I've got to get back to this Rotel Dip. The big game isn't even on yet, but I'm gonna sit down and find some kind of football or something to watch with this. This is perfect bachelor food. You guys take care. So good.